Manchester United has gone through more than 10 consecutive empty-handed seasons. This number will continue to increase if you look at the team's unstable personal situations. Stability is the foundations for development, but that is something the Red Devils absolutely do not have. Whether in terms of performance or international situations, things always go in a bad directions. There is paradox that despite playing poorly for many years in a row, in terms of revenues, Man United is always among the top clubs with the highest income in the world. And it all thanks to the brand being so famous, the results built from the glories of the past. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's retired, the Old Trafford team has been unable to find a coach who is perfect in both expertise and management. Every few years, they change coaches, but for a team with a reputation for being rich like Man United, why can't they still recruit a high-class coach? Pep is leading Man City and Jurgen Klopp is at Anfield. There are all names that Man United has been targeting. Looking at the way they operate the current teams, many Red Devils fans can only utter two words, if only. Sky Sport commented, the richest club in the world and abundant resources, yes, they cannot recruit elite managers like Pep or Klopp. There is something wrong with this. Gradually, Man United fell into a bad cycle without good managers to balance the teams. Meanwhile, the dressing room is full of superstars with very different personalities. That was the beginnings of riots or even betrayals of the teams that bet him every week. Most recently, Jadon Sancho's returns to his old home Dortmund after a long series of conflicts with Erik ten Hag. The English player left amid many controversies, but nonetheless, it was a reasonable solution at the present time. However, what is worth mentioning is that after returning to the roof team, the star born in 2000 made controversial statements. Before entering the dressing room, I feel like I was coming home. I still care and keep in touch with everyone at the club. I can't wait to see my teammate again. I will play football with a smile on my face and bring goals and assists to the club. Immediately, Sancho created a wave of outrage on social networks. If Dortmund is home, then what is Old Trafford? Many people will ask him these questions immediately, but it is just a sentence that hangs in the air when someone pluses out. And it's hard to get a definitive answer. Perhaps this is a feelings of betrayal. One angry fan shares on Twitter, I'm starting to hate this guy, don't ever come back again. Many Red Devil fans expressed their agreement in the status line. Before Sancho's many older names of Man United also left in many controversies. Previously, superstar Cristiano Ronaldo passed away after a dream-like reunion with the football teams that made his name, but after a scandalous interview with a journalist, Pierre Morgan, the two sides broke off loudly. A little further is Pogba departures after his attempt to ask for a salary increase failed, and the common point is that their departure is no different from betrayal. The sad reality comes from the fact that Man United has pampered its players too much. The stars mentioned above all receive sky-high remuneration. Compared to their average level among football players, not only that, the club also creates extremely absurd enlightenment. In 2021, the Sun newspaper has an article addressing the issues. Specifically, players of the Old Trafford learn are so pampered that they have their own technical team to repair TVs, games, consoles, or any other entertainment equipment. The requirements when applying for these positions are very strict. Workers are required to know how to write, speak, and read many different languages. Their mission is to care, maintain, and fix immediately when problems occur. The audience includes players and senior managers. For example, a Red Devil player's PlayStation had a problem, just cough, and this part must immediately be present. Of course, the salary of this team is not cheap, refers to professors with similar natures and requirements. The cost will not be less than £30,000 per year. Man United has a team like that. It proves that they have to spend a lot for this somewhat different job. One Manchester United fan angrily shared, I wish the club would focus on training the players on the field rather than adjusting the TV channels at home. Specials incentives gradually turns the Red Devils players into true kings at the theaters of dreams. Gradually, some people even consider themselves bigger than the club. If this was a problem during Sir Alex's time, these players would certainly have to back up immediately. Surely we have all too familiar with the nickname hair dryers. Or the story about the flying shoes in the Red Devils dressing room for the Scottish coach. No one is bigger than the club, and when he has the attitude, it means the day to leave is near. Whether he is a star or a young player talent, that is the secret to helping the legendary coach maintain his authority over his players. But after Sir Alex, this culture is no longer maintained. The coach can even lose his shot if there is a conflict with his students. For example, the drama between Pogba and Jose Mourinho. At the time, the French midfielder was injured and has to go to the US for treatment. Instead of being in hospitals, people saw Pogba going out with his girlfriend. This made the special person angry and immediately complained to the representative Minos Raiola. So, furthermore, the French players was also caught laughing in the stands when the home team lost the match. Not only Mourinho's, even the fans are extremely dissatisfied. As a result, conflicts occurred on this training ground. The Portuguese strategists can even call Pogba a virus. Mourinho is completely right to be angry about this. If it were during Sir Alex's time, there would have been no chance for this many talented midfielders to stay at the theaters of dreams, but the truth was too harsh. The Red Devils board of directors chose to fire the coach who brought home the championship trophy after many years of waiting. And Pogba posted a clothing post about defeating his difficult teacher. This raised doubts about the leadership ability of senior managers. What do they think when they decide to choose a player who causes trouble and takes great care of his hairstyle, forgetting that he should be more focused on his work on the field? And of course, these decisions came from Ed Woodward, a person who is equally hated by Man United fans as the Glazers. In his role as CEO, Woodward shared that Man United buys players not only for their professional value but also focus a lot of the commercial aspect, especially the club's shares. And that's why stars who join the theaters of dreams, if they don't have a good spirit, will easily fail, because in addition to their expertise, their role is also the image and stock values of the company club. This leads to strengths, great enlightenment, as mentioned in the previous sections. During a visit to his old club in 2019, Patrice Evra visited the Carrington's training ground and was shocked by the declining standards at the club. The former French international believed that the culture of pampering players at Man United need to be stopped immediately. Through a post on Instagram, the former Red Devil defender shared a photo of him kissing the club logo with the caption, I think it's time for us to take actions. Man United leadership, are you all ready to help? The culture of pampering players has created many negative effects on Manchester United over the past several seasons. Bad play at the club, and that's what everyone can see. There is no way a player is allowed to leave without permissions while his teammates are still playing. Who in the world is a player who turns on his coach and then single-handedly gets his stitcher fight and then gloats? Many coaches were contacted before Erik ten Hag, especially Zidane. But what was the result? The French legions politely refused, because he was wise enough to understand that the job at Old Trafford was too unstable. Ten Hag has taken very strong action since taking part in the theaters of dreams, but we feel there is still something missing. Whether there will be another name that betrays the Old Trafford team, God only knows.